What's up, YouTube? This is Red Devilosa. I got three of my friends here, right next to me, with his meme. Is Eddie, aka Shaq, aka Hawkeye Henry. What's up, Shaq?
You already know what it is. I've been in these woods, young arrow in this bitch. You feel me? Catch me at the protest.
Yo, not gonna be at that.
In the bottom corner, we have a new guest and a good friend of mine, Drew, aka CA Analysis. What's up, Drew?
What's up, y'all? We just cooling, so it is what it is.
All right, and below me we got Kareem, aka SoundCloud's next rapper. What's up, Kareem?
What?
I mean, you don't like Wiggins.
Yeah,
we gotta find another thing.
No,
right.
that's definitely sound.
That's good. SoundCloud's next rapper. I got one. Anchor's next rapper.
Good, y'all. What's good?
What's up? All right, this is Cyan Review Core number 3. We are talking Avatar: The Last Airbender series review, and we're talking about the cartoon show, not that shitty live-action movie. We will talk about that movie another time. So all of us are huge fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it's been around for 15 years. And we have been talking for hours about the show, including some discussion in the podcast that will be linked below, and we will talk about that a little bit later in the video. And and we barely scratched the surface of Avatar, and I mean, most of the discussion was about Jet, so yeah.
Bro, we don't even remember that weak nigga's name yet, bro. You saw. Basically, someone in the group talking about Jet hard, and I'm just saying Jet folds a lot. For y'all don't know. Y'all don't know.
He's a great tragic character. He's a tragic character.
That nigga fold. That nigga fold.
No, it's not cap. That's what his arc is, a tragic character arc.
Being weak, bro.
No, that's what the whole part of a tragic character. They're supposed to.
I mean, it's tragic that he's weak, but it doesn't mean that he's a good
that's how.
You'll see.
He's never able to prove.
Yeah, this was basically our back and forth in both the podcasts and in our own discussions outside the podcast. But yeah,
it's not his fault. The writers.
All right. Let him go on to the next topic. Hawkeye.
We got it,
Mr. Hawkeye Henry.
Yo said Hawkeye Henry.
Hawkeye Henry.
Your man Jet was in that position too, bro.
Yeah. So with all that in mind, we have a lot of positives to say, but why don't we go the other way and let's talk about any negatives or nitpicks that we had about the show. Does anybody want to start?
All right. This is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shaq.
I'll go first, because Jet's the best character. One of my nitpicks with the show is, the ending is great until the last part of the Sozin's comment when the lion turtle magically gives him the power to energy bend and shit.
Right. That's been like a common a common criticism that the show gets. Is like Aang was given the two choices, either kill the Fire Lord or not, but then all of a sudden he gets like this third option, and that's always been like a thing that has been talked about. And for me, it's like I was fine with it, but it's also understandable of why that can be an issue.
I'm also confused because there have been rulers of tribes, I don't know if it's a defined nation, but there have been rulers of tribes that don't have bending, like the Earth King, for instance. After the coup, he still was in control of the city somewhat. So maybe it's just different in the fire. Maybe you need to be a full-blooded firebender in order for it to matter. But then again, in Korra, they're rulers. There's even more rulers that don't have bending. So I don't know. So
yeah,
I feel
what do you think, Drew?
It might be I guess because it's still a royal family. Because I'm pretty sure the Earth King and I don't know that I think we just saw the Earth King. I'm pretty sure it's like a royal family type thing where it's like similar to Zuko. It's like Zuko's family. They're all the same blood. So that's why they would be the same bad. I mean, if for instance, if the Earth King had I don't know, like a I guess like the same like if the Earth King had like a mom and she was like a waterbender or some like just a random other bending stuff
Yeah,
type like
yeah.
that. It could dilute it.
I know, but
Because
he's
I think
ruling.
I think the Earth King was like he was just more used as like a figurehead and not really much of a
Yeah,
I know, but
like
exactly.
an
but
actual
after
leader.
they
Nah, but
after
Shaq's
they,
asking why like he doesn't have
Oh,
bending though.
why?
I
Hmm.
mean,
no,
not everybody
I'm not
has
asking
bending.
why he
Like
does.
if it,
No, I'm not asking why he doesn't have bending. I'm saying like to be honest, like if I'm so like I'm asking why do people not like there are people that it says so in the Avatar universe there are people that don't have bending that rule that are like royal families that rule right or have like political impact right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out why so they took away Ozai's bending. Why would Ozai not just all right? I can still
They
demand
still
all these things.
imprison. No, no,
Because
no, no. They
But
still
then like
imprisoned him.
but yeah,
He was in
yeah.
prison.
that was like Zuko's like thing to
Yeah.
get like to prison him
Yeah,
for
Who
treasonable
Ozai got a
orders.
roll? Ozai gonna get folded. Ozai no Kyle's gonna get
yeah,
folded.
Yeah,
I
it
suppose.
made sense in that sense. Yeah.
yeah.
I
What
suppose.
do you think about that, Kareem? About the energy bending at the end?
I mean, I feel like they could have put something in that like showed that it was possible like a little bit earlier in the show. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I'm not that mad about
yeah.
how it
I'm not
happened and
either.
why it happened because really the turtle lion you have to be extremely observant to see like he was actually a turtle lion rather than just an island.
Yeah, yeah.
So like they say that maybe Roku might have found him. I don't think Roku first of all. So
Nah,
and it
Roku
just
ain't
I
not
mean it
Roku.
was a big coincidence, but you know,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was also
that's
kind of
all
the
I'm saying.
same way. It's like it is like kind of convenient that there was a third option, but it also like it didn't really affect too much down the line because like I think it
Exactly.
still yeah, and plus it kind of gave Aang a thing because he was trying to search for a way to do it more peacefully instead of ending Ozai's life, and that was an option that was handed to him. And he is like the avatar, so he does have like connections with other like spirits and other stuff like that. So I thought it was fair, but it is a valid criticism to give because it is kind of jarring of when it happened. It was like the third to last episode of the series. So yeah, that's fair. Um, a lot of the talks
Yeah,
of
it was
usually like when
yeah,
people
it was
say
pretty
like
Weren't they
boring,
hyping
worst
that
but
little
you know,
creepy
episode
collar? Like the little creepy
is
collar
usually
yeah,
the
there?
Great
the creepy,
Divide.
yeah.
What do you guys
I'm
think?
not
Ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that
lie.
that too?
Yeah, I mean it
That's
was
the
still
episode
funny, but
when
like
Aang's trying to
it really was one
for
of
me
the
it's like
yeah, yeah,
for me
yeah,
the Great Divide is like I still gave it like a
niggas was
seven.
talking
yeah,
in that episode.
yeah,
But like yeah, I mean like because they have done things like that before, but they made like those groups of people likable. In this case, in the Great Divide, it
yeah.
wasn't.
Both of them,
They were not
yeah,
likable.
exactly.
But
I
like it
didn't
was
like
like
either.
I think in terms of the episode, I think like the message was morely like it was facing like Aang is going to be the Avatar. He needs to learn how to control people who have different opinions, and that's I feel like there were better options when he did it later, like in seasons 2 and 3 when he was able to do that.
Hmm.
But yeah, it is also a fair thing to say as well. What were you saying,
Nah.
Shaq?
My most my it's personal reason. My most hated episode is definitely when they killed Jet. Because
Yo,
like
Tom.
like
Bro, he's
Oh,
actually weak.
everybody gets hit with a rock and they straight, but when he get hit with a rock, he gets dropped.
Hey, I mean,
That should tell
yeah,
you that he folds.
exactly. He's a weak nigga.
Maybe he was a denser rock than other people. I don't know.
maybe.
Just trying to make excuses.
Um,
And to be fair, it's Benders who gets hit by. Maybe Benders have higher defense. It's Benders who get hit by rocks usually.
This
They
man's
have
making
higher
every type of
power.
excuse. He just
Yeah,
folds. He just folds.
he's
That's
just
it.
not good.
All right, don't do that. No, don't do that. We're not gonna turn this video into Jet slander, bitch.
Bro, you
Why
brought him up
not? Jet Slander is
again.
always welcome.
I'm
I'm
not
always bringing up weak niggas, bro.
Jet not weak. All right, next topic. Jet not weak.
all right. Kareem, what did you have any legit negatives or any nitpicks that you had?
I mean, The only thing that I think I found out a few days ago was they decided to make the movie instead of a fourth season. So I was really pissed about that. But other than that, like
Yeah,
I
but
don't really have
nothing
any big
nothing regarding to the
yeah.
show though.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't really have any big nitpicks about the show. I love the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, nitpicks about the
Um,
show.
I'm gonna be honest. Like my first time viewing, my first time going through, like for me, it's like when I was like going with Azula. My question the whole time was like why, but then when I saw it the second time, it was much better for me. I don't know how to explain it. It's like she was shown to be a lot more corrupted than Zuko, and like she took like, and then she's very intelligent. She's usually calm, cool, and collected, but then it's like why was why was she like that? That was kind of the question that I had, but it was still like really good. I just was curious about that. You know what I mean?
And the
Why
whole,
she
I'm
was in
pretty
like
sure,
why
I'm
Yeah.
she
pretty
was a
sure the whole
cold-blooded
point of her
assassin?
character, I'm pretty sure the whole point of her character was that she put the facade on that she was a perfectionist when she actually like she tried to
Yeah,
act like
yeah,
she didn't feel emotion, but when she actually did, and it just came out
right.
when all
Yeah, I
her
And
felt like she was
yeah,
just hiding all of it for a long time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay.
And then like I think like it's and you also like when you see like she gets betrayed by May and Ty Lee, then she loses faith in everything. Like the Dai
Yeah.
Li, she gets rid of them. She gets rid of her handmaidens. She gets rid of her
low
servants.
key. I saw she was going crazy the beach episode
The beach
when she was
episode,
trying
yeah.
when she was trying to get clapped and she came out with that crazy shit.
He also she was trying to get clapped. What?
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You're right.
when they
You're
were
right.
all together and they were like relieving, like when they were talking about their deepest secrets, she was
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah. It was
and
just
then
my
showing.
mom never. She's like, my
Yeah,
mom
she
never
says
loved
like,
me.
I mean, it's like my
But it's
mom,
okay.
my
she
mom
said
really
that,
liked
and
me,
then
but she
also
never really loved me.
when she
I mean,
when
it's
she was
kind of
trying to get
sad, but
clapped,
I don't really
yeah,
care. But that's
when
what
she
she
was trying
said,
to get
basically.
when
Yeah.
she was trying to get clapped by the dude,
Yeah, and
and
then
she
she
laughed
started
and
It's
she
like
talking
said
okay,
about.
and she said
you
that
and
Yeah.
my children are gonna have perfect people to rule the nation, stuff like that. It's like, it
Yeah.
was
every
pretty
time we're gonna be undefeatable or something like on some weird shit. Like, come on, cuz.
funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They gave us insight into character, and then the volleyball game where she's like
The
when the
volleyball.
cup
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
3 points, she picked out some like that's how I knew she was crazy. She picked out
I
like
actually wish we got
maybe a
more
childhood
episodes of the.
injury. She leans to the left, or like, nigga, come on,
After
cuz.
that's hard. That part was hard.
That
that
was
was nice.
funny.
Yeah,
That was
I knew
nice.
she was
I wish we got
crazy.
more
Why you picking all
episodes
this
of
shit
like
up?
Zuko and Azula and like they're like it's like their
Yeah,
team
you're right.
Yeah,
Avatar. I guess
that's
the
that.
team
That's what
Azula.
was supposed to be in season 4. They
That
they
was
were
supposed to
supposed
be
to
in
like
season
have
four.
a
Word.
reconciliation and stuff. Yeah, and they were supposed to
Ah,
show how
I don't
Zuko
I
could
think
help like Azula and stuff like that.
I think it's in the books. I'm gonna try to read the books
No, no,
later.
and
it
in
don't
the
hit the
Yeah,
comics,
same.
they messed it up. They just made her like a just like a
Insane.
villain
Yeah,
that's
she's
like no one
insane.
cares. Yeah, insane.
yeah, I
Like
guess. Yeah,
they didn't really touch on it the way like the original writers would do that. But
yeah. And one other thing that I noticed is like in the beach scene, Tylee was saying like how the reason why she's like a circus girl and like all like flamboyant and all that stuff is because like she was like in a family of 6 and they're all like they look exactly like her and they kind of act like her, so she had to like make herself stand out, and that's why she
I
was able to
mean,
do
there's
that.
6
But
of
like
her.
but then
That's
she becomes a
hard.
Kyoshi warrior who all they're all face painted and
Yeah,
wear the
I was
same
like,
clothes.
gee,
So that was like that was kind of contradictory of what she said
yeah.
before.
They tried to fix that in the comics, so that was dumb.
I mean, I guess it's like going full circle, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a sort of thing. But yeah,
I
I get what
mean,
you're saying.
a family full of Tylee could get clapped. I don't.
Oh my, Tyler's like 15 years old,
I
bro.
mean,
Like what the
I
uh,
mean, they were 16 years old when
I
I
mean,
was
we
8.
we were kids though. Not
So
gonna
that's what I'm
cap.
saying. So if they
I
age, they'd
suppose.
be older than me. So it's straight.
All
I mean,
right.
I got a brand up hole, so I don't know what to say about that.
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
I can't
Yeah,
really speak on this.
if Drew was talking, Drew would say something else, but CA analysis, he just chilling, he's just chilling.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, now.
CA
Yeah.
analysis, he's bully. He's bully.
Anything else like from you, Drew? Any
From like
nitpicks or
criticism,
negatives? Yeah. Anything?
I don't know the weather, the temperature on this, but I wasn't I mean, I wasn't really feeling Katara like first season, but like she
Cause you a bitch.
it's just
See,
it's
that's the
part of character
problem.
development.
because you a bitch.
I mean, it's like I wasn't really feeling her first season. But she got better.
He's like,
She overthrew the whole social
What?
construct of the Northern
I
Water
mean,
Tribe.
not it's not it's not. I'm not saying she
Yeah.
wasn't hard, but it's just sometimes like I guess I can't. That's fine. That's fine.
She became like a weak little female.
It's
to be,
true that
like, at
she
the
was
end of the season,
no. It's
she
true
was a
that she
water
was a
bitch. Got her
little.
close to water bitch.
She was mad bossy.
She
That's
was,
what that's my thing. She was mad bossy.
Oh yeah,
she
you
was-
resonate with that.
But it also made
That's
it
what-
also
was,
made sense
yeah.
in terms of her
Yeah, it made
character.
sense
I mean,
because she
yeah,
was
that's
like
what I'm
one of the older like maternal figures in the Southern Water Tribe since they were so decimated. Like
Yeah,
there was like no
Yeah.
one
I mean,
there.
yeah, but it's fine. And season one,
Yeah,
Katara still, Season
Yeah,
one,
you're right.
season one, Katara was still getting bodies. Like she did body Jet. Like I'm not gonna forget about that.
All right, don't do
So,
that.
like,
Don't do
that's
that.
the
She
It is what
froze.
it is.
She froze that nigga after the Avatar beat. I don't hear that shit.
Yo, so the
Yeah.
Avatar, like,
And Jet almost
alright,
fucked, so we're not gonna talk about that. Jet almost fucked.
we gonna have some more Jet slander in this joint. I guess.
All right.
That nigga is soft.
So I think we got some negatives. If you guys have anything else, we can always cut back to that. So why don't we go
Hold
through?
on. I remember.
All right, go
Shaq,
ahead. Go ahead.
did you say a character from Avatar was weak or was a bitch? We not gonna slide over that. You gotta talk about
When
that.
did I
Oh,
never
you're right.
said- I
See a
said
cat.
a
See
weak
that?
The
I'm like,
Avatar
cat like
is weak.
yeah, I told you.
I said a
He
weak
was a bitch.
moment.
It was Aang
I
was
said a weak moment.
that's
I
crazy.
said
said
he was a
Aang
bitch,
had
though.
a bitch moment. That's why I said a bitch moment.
Now you called him a bitch. Don't do that. I want to hear that.
Okay, when you equate a couple of bitch moments, you could turn into more of a bitch. That's all I'm saying.
So you saying Aang was a bitch?
I mean,
right?
if we go down that rabbit hole, then basically Zuko had some bitch moments. If we're being
That's what
real.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, bro.
they're teenagers.
Okay,
Get him, Stallone.
Aang still, but you know who not a bitch? Jet.
Bro, he ain't get no time to be. He ain't get no time to be.
I can't even take
Alright,
you seriously when you say
he
stuff like
folded,
this, bro.
You're
that's not a
right.
bitch. Say he folded, say he's weak. That's not a bitch.
Okay,
Yeah, he
okay.
is.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, is he
I'll
a
agree
bitch?
with
He
that.
never. No,
I'll
he
agree
never
with that. I'll
lost
agree with that.
determination. What are you
Oh,
talking about?
shit.
He never
I suppose.
mentally he never folded. He just physically got folded. That's different.
No, he did fold mentally. He got taken and
Yeah, he got controlled. He got
brainwashed.
brainwashed. Nah,
Brainwashing is not.
yo, it's a third
Hey,
UD.
everybody
Yo,
who
y'all
got
hear
brainwashed.
that?
Brainwashing is making you a bitch.
Nah, if you're mentally
No,
strong,
but then he
then
broke
that's
out
gonna
his
work, bro.
brainwash with his own trauma because he a real ass nigga.
Nah, they
He broke
brainwashed him.
out. No,
G.
he broke out
All
his
right, all right,
brainwash
all
with
right.
his own trauma.
But he needed
All right,
help
all right.
though. It's not like he needed help breaking out of his trauma, bro. Breaking out of the brainwash. Someone else had to
Fire,
call.
Fire Nation,
he broke.
the Earth
out of
Nation
the
had him looking
brainwash
like
with
a
his
good
trauma.
boy.
Yeah. All right.
No,
Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. So we're gonna go through like each season of the show, or otherwise books 1, 2, and 3. Book 1, Water. When seeing the rest of the show, especially see books 2 and 3, you kind of see like a lot of it was mainly like what I found really good about season 1 is like there wasn't too much happening, but it was a good way to like develop these characters, like to understand who they are and understand their flaws and how they are as people, and that's what I really liked about that. Yeah,
it was symbolic because like season 1 was named Water and it was the element of change. So there was a lot of changes.
yeah.
That
All right,
that's
Shark.
why
Thinking hard, bro.
like the northern. No, that's what the writers had intent.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what they intended.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
Avatar came back into the world, which changed like the whole like being of the world. The Northern Water Tribe changed. UA changed into a fucking moon. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was some wild stuff in the season. Like I think like because like I watched it when I was like much older. But like at least like the full season in context. But like I didn't realize like how sexist Sokka was. And then
Sokka was big sexist. Hell of people were sexist in that arc though.
Oh yeah.
Even Master Paku.
Yeah, Paku was trying to clap Katara's grandma.
But at the end, he ended up loving Katara like a daughter almost.
Because he was trying to clap Katara's grandma.
Did he try to go smack?
He's right.
Did he try to go smack? Didn't Paku try to go smack at Grand or some shit?
Yeah,
that's what
he went to the Southern Tribe. He was like, I gotta go see her. I was like, kind of late though, but you know.
Yeah, and it was like good to see. And then you had the one episode, the storm. Yeah, the storm is like where that's where you get
Yeah.
the origin of the Avatar and Zuko, and like
Mhm.
how the Agni Kai and how Zuko was like he talked out of turn at a war meeting and then he had to face against his father and he didn't want to.
Exactly, and like they were
And he
really
burned his
smart
face. Yeah,
because directly after the storm is when Zuko put on the blue mask and had to save Aang from the
yeah, you're
from
right.
the Fire Nation.
And then the next
So
episode was the Blue Spirit. So you're right. You're right.
yeah, exactly. So it was showing how the dynamic between how Zuko was torn between him and like his country, like his own honor in his country at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
And I guess this was another thing. Like this was also season 1 as well. With Bato, the of the Water Tribe. Like that was like when the they were like in the town, and then like they were being searched by June and her blinded mole, and like the one thing that kind of bothered me at that time was like Aang. He gets like the letter from their father, and he hides it for a while until it was like almost too late.
Wait, why?
Yeah, didn't he do that because he was scared they were going to leave him?
Because he thought they were going to leave him.
Another even though they've been with him since day one, and he has that just sounds like bitch ass insecurity to me. I mean,
that was
my
my kind of thing because he is like a monk, but it is also understandable thinking about he is 12, so it is fair, and he has a crush on Katara. He's like his best friend is Sokka. I mean, like it's understandable as well. That was just something that I noticed the first time, but like it was fine the second time. Yeah, and there were some good moments as well. You also have the introduction of Kyoshi and
Jet
and the Kyoshi warriors.
It's not important though.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's not important.
That Freedom Fighters episode was hard. Don't do that,
bro. Can you stop? The Freedom Fighters episode was actually good, but not for Jet though.
No, just no. That's hard. The lengths that some people in the
All right, bro. Okay.
Some of the
we get it. We get it. Your favorite character is Jet. All right.
No, I'm that. No, look at the whole episode.
I know the episode was good, but we weren't on it yet.
It has a good fight scene. It has a good fight scene.
No. It was actually it was a good episode.
Wait. What even happened? What even happened?
No. Remember, it starts out. They're in the woods. They get found out by the Fire Nation. And the Freedom Fighters come out and they show their abilities. Like Longshot has the arrow, Smellby has all the weapons, Duke has that big ass log. Then he brings them back, tells them what their thing is, right? And then we have that whole scene where Sokka goes out scouting with them, and then because Sokka didn't really fuck with him at the beginning. Goes out scouting. He almost beats the old man like about a poison dagger or some shit. Or Jet comes back and says like, oh, it was an assassin with a poison dagger, but Jet really just was cooning the whole time. Like I didn't like that how the nigga lied with the poison dagger. And then the whole plan, and then they were them stopping Sokka. Remember they tried to keep that nigga in the net. But then Sokka was smart enough to like outmaneuver through the nets and like get them caught. And then he has the fight, and then he calls the bird call. But then Sokka was able to he outsmarted Jet and got niggas out the city before the call went off. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean that was tough when Sokka did that shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you think about it, Sokka up until that point was getting hold every single episode.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he was getting. Up until that part, he was getting hold. Like Kyoshi, he really got.
Yeah,
he got sunned by Suki.
No, he got sunned by like damn near everybody on the island. the only dub he got from that island, he got the kiss at the end. I'm not gonna hold you.
Who, Sokka?
Yeah.
Sokka got.
I mean, Sokka did break through the plan though, because they didn't believe him. Like Katara and Aang didn't believe him. He was like, bro, this man Jet's too good to be true.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you think that's the only
That's
dub?
what he's saying. He's saying that it showed the value of Sokka and how he was Like he
Yeah,
was
because
kind of
they
like
was
the
he was
brains
kind
of
of
the
getting old in
team,
season one.
And then
and he
like
was like the
then,
realistic one too.
yeah, and then we'll when we get to season 3, you even see that get further established even more.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
another thing, you also have the introduction of King Boomy. I thought he was tight as well. Uh,
In season
yeah,
one,
like in the
Yeah.
season 1. That was like when Aang he just wants to go visit Boomy
Yeah.
and
Well, no,
then
he didn't
he
know
was giving
Bumi
him all
was alive yet. He
well,
just wanted to go to
you're
Omashu.
right, Mashu.
I forgot why though.
Uh,
Just I think it was just cause he
oh yeah,
wanted to visit.
he had like a list of like fun things to do, and one of the fun things was
Yeah,
like the
the
mail system.
cart in Omashu. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
and then Boomy, he was like basically, what was it? He was giving him tests, in order for him to like stop the, uh, because like he encased
Oh, Matt.
Sokka and Katara in like this crystal, and like he had to like prove himself to, you know, outsmart that thing so that they can get out of the crystal. So that was that was fun as well.
And then the crystal ended up being rock. And the crystal ended up being rock candy. So
It was rock candy.
They
Yeah,
just ate themselves out.
yeah. You're right. You're right. What else? We also had like the air temple where they had like the scientist and the guy in the wheelchair as well.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Um.
That episode was also It showed that it's called not all refugees are the same, and sometimes you gotta do stuff to get by or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was, it
And
also
then
had an actual crippled nigga.
he did.
yeah. And then, yeah.
I thought. I mean, I thought like watching season one was it's season one. I feel like season one was easily the weakest of the 3 seasons. Not
I
saying
mean,
season
yeah.
one was weak.
No,
I'm just saying like if we go if we
Because like most of
I
it
know
was based on character development. Like
Yeah,
that's what I'm
and
saying. Yeah,
setting up the world as
That's what
well.
a lot of season
Yeah.
ones are.
I just want
And
season
then
two
You
and
don't
three
want
went
your season
harder.
one to be better, and then it gets. You don't want your season one
Yeah,
to get better, and it
you
gets
don't
I'm
want it
better.
to
not.
be
I
like
know. I'm not saying season one should have been the best. I'm just saying like I'm saying
yeah.
like season one like it got a lot better. Like all right, no, you know what I'm saying. Basically,
I know
Yeah, I
what you
mean,
mean.
they
And like
introduced Toph in the second season, and like so
yeah.
like of course it's gonna get better. And then Zuko came in the third, so like
and like
It was
most of these episodes were like
But think about
standalone,
it.
but it's like
The
they
only
were
reason
like good ways to establish that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
You
lot
know
of
what?
people like Toph. A lot of people like Toph and like her whole character. The only reason they know about that is from season one with Boomy. So like the whole wait and listening bullshit.
yeah,
I mean that's important, but yeah.
that's very important.
Yeah.
You also wait and listen.
That's very important because every other Earthbender doesn't do that shit.
Yeah. All right.
Only
And
the
then
good ones do.
we'll get to the last 2 episodes. The Siege of the North, and the battle with the Fire Nation and the you get Admiral Zhao. We didn't talk about Zhao. What do you guys think about him?
That was weak as hell. He
Oh
folded.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
hold you.
mean,
He folded. I don't think he
he
won
was
that.
weak, but he was a good like straight up villain for season one, and then
Yeah.
after that Azula came in.
I'm
So
trying to tell you, like Zhao weaker than Jet. Let me just Zhao destroyed his own. Zhao
I mean,
his-
Zhao would
yeah.
fold Jet though. Let's be honest.
That would
Okay,
definitely
obviously
fold
he has
Jet.
bending, but like you think about it, he folded his whole fleet. Aang was dancing on that nigga. He lit his whole fleet on fire.
I'm saying he was dancing with that nigga.
I mean,
Yeah,
we know that what's weaker is Zhao in the movie, but we're not gonna get on that. Zhao was voiced by Jason Isaac.
So it's Zhao. It's not Zhao.
Zhao.
Yeah.
Zhao.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's
General
a Chinese
Zhao.
Zhao was
Oh, you're wild.
voiced by Jason Isaacs, who played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter series. So I thought his voice was pretty tight.
No worry. Too bad it was for a week, nigga. I feel it though.
All right. Yeah. So yeah. We never talked about Iroh. But I feel like we'll get like even more in depth with Iroh and Zuko, especially from seasons 2 and 3. So we'll save that. We'll save.
Season one had an episode with Iroh where he gave us backstory on Zuko or whatever. and like
Yeah.
on that ship.
Yeah, the origin.
And his ship, his crew members hated him or whatever, or they didn't
Yeah.
really like him.
Yeah, and then he was just trying to tell them why.
Yeah,
he's
and
like
he
that.
explained them why. Yeah, he was just like a wise, like joke cracking person at the time. I feel like,
Yeah.
but we didn't really see how wise he was until like season 2 and 3, and
Yeah,
then we saw how cold it was as well. I think he really redirected lightning in season 1, but I'm not 100% sure. I
redirected
feel like he
lightning.
did.
I think he
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
he did.
yeah, no,
He did.
no,
During
yeah,
that
they're like,
episode.
yeah.
It was during that
When
episode.
they were
I thought it was
talking
season
about the prison. We were talking about we'll be happy to take the prisoners home. That's and I don't know if that was season 1 or 2. When the hot spring episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Also, no. Also in it was in season 1 during the storm. Like during the storm where he was telling them about Zuko's thingy. He redirected lightning so it didn't hit the boat.
Right.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get into Iroh. We'll get into Iroh more in depth coming up. Let's go to book 2, Earth. This is like where season 1 had mostly the like solo, like individual stories that builds character. This one had more of like a connective story that had multiple episodes that followed multiple arcs.
Again,
Yeah.
so this is their intention,
and that's fair, and it's fair. That's what I'm saying, because that's what Drew was saying.
Because Earth again, because like I say, because Earth is the substance. The substance of the show is like how you connect stuff. I'm dead ass. They've said this in interviews. I'm not coming up with this shit. I'm not.
This man Shaq coming
not.
out with some gems.
We know you're
I'm
not.
not coming up with
These
this.
are some.
They're gems,
said this
though.
in interviews.
They are gems, though. You're right.
That's the thing, so Earth is the element of substance. So the substance of a good show is like the connectivity of the stories and being able to build like the plot. That's like I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. This is there were some solo episodes like especially the first 4 episodes where they Aang goes after he uses his avatar state against the Fire Nation in the Northern Water Tribe. He this Earth master, this general. He was like trying to get him to use the avatar state and not focus on the elements. And then he tries to make him angry, so he tries to like bury Katara alive. But then then it all goes
doesn't
wrong.
work. Yeah.
And then you have the Cave of the Two Lovers. That's
that
shit funny. Yeah.
You got to sample that on your next factory.
All right. Then they go back to Amashu. Then they show Boomy. He's able to earthbend with his face. That's tight.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, in Avatar, I feel like King Boomy is the best earthbender, like straight up earthbender. But Toph is just a better, like, all around because she can metal.
I think she's just more gifted because she's blind.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
She had to draw. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
And then she also learned from the Badger.
She was able to metal bend.
Yeah, she learned from the source, which we learned.
Yes, she did.
Which we later learned means you're cold. If you learn from the source of whatever you're doing, you're cold. That's what we later learned.
Yeah.
I remember they were saying like
the dragons.
Iroh learned from the dragons. Yeah.
Warriors, because he's supposed to
and then usually the avatars, not the avatars, the air nomads learn from the bison. But I don't know, did the Water Nation learn from something?
They learn from the moon. The moon. Because the moon like pushes like waves back and forth.
Yeah.
Which don't really make sense. But I just went with it as a kid, so I was like, all right.
I mean, that's kind of how tides work.
As I'm saying, I mean, Firebenders learn from dragons. And people learn from the moles, but you learn from the moon. I guess that's cool. I guess.
I mean, if they said it was the lion turtle, that would have made sense too. But
that would have been cooler. But everyone else learned from a cool animal, and you learn from
you learn from a planet. Like
it's not a planet.
The moon, not a planet.
It's a moon.
The moon is a rock.
The moon is a moon.
You'll learn from a rock.
Yeah. Also, like this is like where we like Avatar Day, like we kind of see the origin of Kyoto. Well, not the origin, but like the story.
Yeah.
That was pretty tight as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that episode had me dying, bro. His smile.
Yeah, no, Kyoshi. I'm gonna say this. Kyoshi's a top 5 real nigga in the show. I'm gonna say that, and I don't think that can be debated. Kyoshi's a
Yeah.
real nigga. Like, yo, then remember when they were trying to prove Kyoshi's innocence, and then he turned to Kyoshi, he was wearing a clothes,
She like he
yeah,
turned
like,
to
I
he's
did
like, I
it.
Kyoshi.
I'm
killed
like,
him. I was like,
bruh.
I did it and I'm proud. Yeah.
So I'm sad, like, bro, you're not helping me, bro. I need the avatar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Right. And then the next episode, Toph. Toph is my personal favorite. I really like Toph. She has like that dry, sarcastic humor and like her ability to like earthbend as a blind person is just really cool. And then like also, I mean, two of my favorite characters are blind. I got Daredevil and I got Toph, so that's tough. Um,
Daredevil's a
you
full.
trying to tell us something,
Top
song?
is full. Top is full Daredevil. We're not talking about that though.
You said
all
what?
right.
Top what?
Top is full Daredevil. We're not gonna talk about that though.
I mean, she
I
has
mean,
superpowers.
yeah, she's a bender.
Okay, so does he.
Oh, Top's
Bro,
also a top 5 real nigga. Maybe being top 5 real nigga has to do with being Earthbender. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Jet a top 5 real nigga, but we don't know.
No,
Nah,
he's
no,
not.
he's not. No, he's not. You can't be
All
rude
right,
enough.
all right,
No,
all right.
yeah.
Stop bringing up that weak nigga's name, bro. We have to censor his name now.
Then the next episode was Zuko alone. Like that was like Zuko is going through like a village. So he left
Yeah,
Iroh
Iroh.
and,
I
and
know
then he's going through a
he had the
town.
the dual swords where it had like
Yeah, and then he had his little fight, and then eventually he got the fire out of his hands, and then everybody started hating him. I mean, that was kind of petty for like the family too.
Yeah,
It's like I'll give you my swords. It's like I hate you. It's like he saved your life,
Yeah.
my guy. it's
yeah,
whatever.
but at the
Damn,
same
bro. I'm like,
time,
I could drop you, but okay.
it was.
But also,
I,
there's
I
this
like the
xenophobia. It makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I like the way that they had Zuko go off on his own to kind of show that, like, he kind of needed to learn without Iroh there to tell him to try and show him, and just for him to learn from his own experience that
Yeah.
the Fire Nation isn't all that they say it is. Like,
Yeah, now
for
that
the
I'm
first
realizing
time,
we have
yeah.
skipped a lot of Zuko's arc so far, but yeah, we'll
You know
still like I'm just realizing that we are kind of muddling over Zuko's arc, but we will especially get to that in season 3, especially where the big thing happens. Yeah,
I'll say
um,
season 2, they definitely started it. Like, there are
they started
times
it.
when
They
Yeah.
started.
when
It was
Zuko
really
looking kind
good.
of good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Let's see.
the season finale, it's like, yeah.
And they also, because they also had Azula to contrast him, where Azula was like, she was just straight up like, just crazy. Like, compared to Zuko was like more on the edge, and then Azula was just straight up completely Fire Nation and just,
She's lost basically.
yeah.
Azula?
Then we
Yeah.
got the library with the owl, and that was I found that really fun as well. The owl was kind of. Did they bring it back in Korra? I remember hearing about that.
I mean, I don't care. I don't know. I don't care.
But
I don't want it.
All right.
Yo does not like Korra at all.
But it was good in Avatar. I'll just say that. But like this was also where they learned about the solar eclipse is coming in like in 3 months, I think. And then this is like also this was a good thing for. This is like for Sokka's moment in terms of like him planning out, showing like because like he was like a decent strategist, but like then eventually like the what do you call it? Like like knowing the solstice, my God, and trying to plan according to that. Then it's like it's a good starting point for that. And then this is also where Appa disappears, and yeah.
Okay, we get one. I think arguably this is my second best episode of the series.
The series?
The tales of Bossing Say.
Yeah. Tales of Boss.
Seriously? I mean, the uncle part was
it's like almost like an acclaimed episode because of the eye roll like part of
I mean, I know, but it was only like
because we always
it was only like 5 minutes though.
Yeah, it wasn't
early on
long.
in the series was talking about how he left and he's like a failure and all this other shit. So it was like it kind of like he resembles Zuko, but again, it was like deeper than that, like him just giving up at Boxing Say or whatever.
Yeah, it's like I suppose.
I
I
mean,
mean,
and
basically,
that was also the last episode of the original voice actor Mako. Then he passed away after that episode, The Tales of Bossing Say.
yeah,
Yeah.
And yeah, he did a phenomenal job, and rest in peace to him. And then he had an apprentice named Greg Baldwin who voiced it after his like passing, and I thought he did a pretty good job as well.
I
Like
couldn't tell when I was
yeah,
like
I
you
watching. I
couldn't
couldn't
didn't
tell
tell.
know
that
when
he
he
was
Yeah,
a
died.
different voice. So yeah, he did a really good job as well. Props to him. Yeah, and the Tales of Bossing says it's like you see how kind-hearted Iroh is, and like how he really like everybody like forces the Fire Nation is bad, Fire Nation is bad, and he's just the complete opposite of what you expect from the Fire Nation, and like he's even like teaching like a thief how to properly like steal from someone. Like his stance was like really bad, and like how and he was
yeah.
just trying to teach him how to do that, and then
He,
he was
And
he,
singing
then,
he gave him
when he
hope.
was crying.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gave him hope to become a masseuse, right?
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because
and
he said
then
you don't seem like a thief. So
yeah, and then he had his little song "Leaves from the Vine." That was also really good as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah, I enjoyed that episode. Um, then you had like Appa's lost days, like where Appa was because like Appa was gone for like almost half the season basically,
Yeah.
and
mhm.
And
yeah, and
also
then
it showed how they had to move without. Which how do you guys feel about
the Serpent's Pass.
not the Serpent's Pass the Knowledge Chapel with the bird spirit or whatever.
You mean the
And how the professor just died because that's the first time we get to see the Lotus tile, the White Lotus tile.
yeah?
Oh yeah,
Well,
Oh
White
wait,
Lotus.
was
actually,
that
no.
when when Iroh let him in?
They've been hinting at
No,
it for
no,
a
no.
They've
It
been
while.
was like
hinting
Actually,
with
it was like
Iroh. We've seen it a lot
yeah,
with Iroh.
yeah. Iroh, they've
yeah,
been hinting at
They
it.
were all in the
yeah,
they were all in the desert, and then it was Zuko and Iroh, and that's when we went with the White Lotus, and then it was the other
Yeah,
people were like at the
yeah,
library.
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, it was good. Um,
And at the
well,
time, you don't know that the White Lotus actually means something, but in season 3, they're like the hardest
season
niggas
3 they
ever.
yeah,
But you
yeah,
knew that
exactly.
it did something where like it changed people's opinions because that time they couldn't get in, and Iroh showed them the coin. He was like, "All right, come in." Say, what the hell?
You said, "All right,
yeah.
come in." You know, they was trying to get Jet for the White Lotus, but you know he died.
They really weren't, but it's okay.
Yeah. So
And then the
then
finale.
also like you see like in these episodes like how the gang had to like the Avatar squad they had to like travel without Appa and like you see like Aang is like completely broken as like mentally like he has he's like lost his faith in everything and like Katara's trying to make him feel better but like he just can't like accept like you know life without Appa but then like you have the Serpent's Pass then you have like the pregnant family and then they get their kid and and then that's what reawakenings that hope of you know there is a purpose of my life that I need to focus on and Appa is gone but I got to learn how to move on without him so that was like
Exactly.
it was a good arc for Aang in those spans of episodes the drill where the Fire Nation is like trying to break into the wall of Bossing Say that was good action as well.
No,
Uh,
I like that episode because it forced because the experts it forced Toph and Katara to work together because they had beef. So
yeah,
it's like
they had a lot of issues together.
They had a lot of
but
beef,
like
yeah, because
being able,
Toph
they
was
had to
not
like
really
work
rocking
together
with it.
to bend the slosh or the slurry whatever.
Cause like the thing about Toph was like she's used to being on her own because she's blind
Yeah,
anyway. So like she
she's not
didn't
really
like
at that
being
authority.
told what to do, and like they go more further into it with the scams episode in season
Yeah,
3.
in season 3. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I
Yeah, and
can't
then
get her name.
everything with Bossing said was fire. Like like the Judy, the Daily, bro, like, the brainwashing. It was
Judy,
happy.
Judy, Judy.
shout out Judy. That's not even Judy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Judy a real one too. I'm not gonna
Judy,
lie.
that's funny.
Yeah, so I found it like funny with like how every time they kept trying to talk about the war with the other citizens and like Judy's like right behind them like shaking her head is like no.
There is no war in
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah, like yeah, and then you see like Longfang when they like take her in and she's like like she was having like a little bit of doubt, like just like a tiny bit, and then it's like he says like this line, and then what was it, Lake Lao guy or something?
Yeah,
Something like
you're
that.
invited to Lake Lao guy. That's
Yeah, and then
I
it's
would be
like
like, I'm good.
then that's
I'm
that's,
good.
that's basically the hypnotic thing, and then
yeah.
he gets jet with that thing too. So yeah.
For weak-minded people.
All right, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, you back? Oh, you back? It's weak.
Nigga shit
No one
talking
with
Jet.
strong will got hit by that though.
exactly.
It's called
Yeah,
fast.
then this is also like where you bring back Jet, and he's teamed up with Zuko, Zuko and Iroh, and like he kind of sees
Well,
like Iroh
We are
like heating up his tea, and then he gets
And he goes
really
crazy again.
he gets really crazy, and
What?
yeah
He was
yeah
heating up his tea.
we get
He was
one of
heating
the
up his
best
tea.
jokes of the series.
Yeah,
One of
then,
the best
What's one of the best jokes
joke
in
of
the
the
series?
series when Zuko hits his tea out his hands. Is like, I know we shouldn't cry about spilled tea.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They-
God.
exactly.
Actually,
That was
my
funny.
favorite joke
if you
one of
say
my favorite jokes actually comes from Ozai. Go figure.
what is it?
What did he say?
It's in season 3. When we get to season 3, I'll talk about it.
Okay, all right, keep that in mind. All right, and yeah, and then you also get the moment where they save the Earth King and like all that, and Longfang is in jail. Then the group gets like little mails about like letters from about their families or like different things, and they
Not
all
Aang though.
split up. Well, not Aang, but like they all split up, and also well before that, Appa comes back, and yeah, that was a really good moment as well.
And then
Yeah.
There was like
we saw Zuko freedom because at the Lake Lago episode,
and Zuko
Yeah.
freedom. And this is like Iroh finally got to Zuko in terms of actually
At the
committing
time.
he
to
had
a
that
good
speech.
deed.
He's like, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna kill the." He was like, that was one of Iroh's most like powerful teaching moments. I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't work because at the end of the season, Zuko folded back
Ah.
into the situation.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
But it seemed
Yeah.
like he
So
wasn't
then,
gonna fold though.
right. Yeah,
It
and
was
then
very
like
surprising at the
it
time.
was like good to see Appa come back after so many episodes gone. And then it's like yeah. Yeah, then
It
the
also
group
like
they
shows
all,
how much they relied because it and also shows how much they relied on him. Because like if you think about it, for season 1, they went
that's
from
how
the
they
South
traveled
Pole
basically.
to the North Pole in like 1 year, and then season 2, these niggas got stuck and like these niggas couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aang
that's
might
actually
be looking
true.
for blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
stopping
very
the call,
So
walking.
they went the entire distance of the Earth the first season and couldn't go nowhere in the second season. It was actually hilarious.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, and then so then the gang splits up. Toph gets captured by her parents' bounty hunters, basically.
That
Yeah.
that's
And then
tough.
that's
That's
where
Toph's
she
greatest
learns.
moment
Yeah.
when she learns how to metal bend. When
Metal
she's hitting the
bend.
metal and shit.
Yeah.
That's where she learns how to
Yeah.
metal bend.
And
Katara,
the way that they did it, wait, hold on. The way that they did it
Right.
was so tough because at the same time, the guru that Aang was with was explaining the difference between the elements and how there was
Oh,
really no difference. And then
fire.
at the same
That was
time, Toph is
fire.
like hitting the metal,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, "Oh shit!" And then she just opens it. I was like, "Damn, this
Oh
is
No,
my
it was hard.
god.
like."
When she hit it and she saw the minerals
Yeah,
inside and shit,
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
And at the same time, the guru was explaining that to Aang, and it was like overlapped on top. It was just perfectly
Yeah.
done. Like,
It's great editing too. It's like,
yeah,
yeah.
it was just crazy.
the movies can't do that, but it is what it is. But yeah, yeah. So the Aang goes with the guru. Katara stays in Ba Sing Se with the Earth King. Sokka goes to find his dad. Sokka's like trying to prove to his dad that he's a brave leader. He can be like a brave soldier, like a good leader. And what's his name? Hakoda. Like he just it's. I always believe that you can do it, and it's good. It's like I like my dad. It's a good dad moment. So yeah.
He said, Why you say it like that?
I don't know what else to say. Because
I like my
it's
dad.
not really a conversation to talk about. But yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, I feel it.
yeah. So you have that, and then this is what fucked me in the head. Like the first time I watched it, is like it's like, oh shit, Kyoshi Warriors are back, but it's not the Kyoshi Warriors. It's Azula's squad,
Bro,
and
and they zoomed in. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
bro. When I
yeah,
saw it the
that-
first time as a kid, I was so shook. I was like, "Oh
I was
shit!"
shook,
I was like,
yo.
how did she get here?
It's like,
Yo,
yeah,
exactly. But then in Appa's stories, it told you how they
it explained
captured
how
the
it happened.
Kyoshi warriors. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
like
like, bro,
At
just
I was
first,
before
like
that.
bro.
Loki, I actually
Bro.
thought they killed them, but like I should have known better that they wouldn't do that. But like, I mean, it was still tight though. Yeah, but like, yeah, it shook me like when I first saw it. It's like, oh, I know Suki. She's my girlfriend. She's like, she's really good. And the Kyoshi Warriors, you can trust them. It's like good. And then you see them, and the faces pop up. It's like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah,
And then you see Azula. She basically manipulates the hell out of Longfang and the Dai Li,
Easily.
like easily, like
yeah.
like
The
slight.
Dali were weird because at times they were cold, and the other times they were like not cold. I was like, what are you doing? Like the
Yeah.
Dali
So
like captured
I'm not
Katara
saying
and
they
Sokka
couldn't.
easily.
I mean, they even
couldn't-
said like she's like terrifying but inspiring at the same time.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
yeah.
They couldn't hang with Toph. The Dai Li look weak as hell whenever they fought Toph. Bro. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna hold you.
yeah, they
Toph was
couldn't
She's like
hang.
this.
That's literally the reason.
Yeah, Toph is fire.
She a real bitch. Come on.
Okay.
What?
Who's a bitch?
Toph apparently.
What?
Oh no, what?
That's
That doesn't
crazy.
make sense. All right,
Crazy.
you got
And
you
the
gotta leave the
positive,
bar,
you know how people be like, "Oh, bitch," you know that type.
No,
No,
nah, we don't talk
you
that
can't.
way.
You can't really talk that way. Like,
I don't think males talk that way.
On
But
who?
yeah,
I mean, you
yeah.
go off.
You
On
go
Jeff's
ahead.
grave, I can't. On Jeff's grave, I can't.
Okay.
You said Jeff's grave,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
That's
So
really
then,
how you feel, bro.
yeah. Then you have Aang. He's not. He's like trying to like learn how to open his chakras so that he can or I'm sorry, it's my Indian accent. It's like we say chakra, but they say chakras in the show, so I'll just do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
the
so
same thing.
yeah, so like he's trying to open them, and the last thing is like attachments to the world, and like his attachment is a Katara, and then when he's told to let her go, he doesn't want to do that. Which is like the thing is like the concept like for Indian culture is like with avatars is like they are allowed to have worldly connections to the world because they're meant to like come back to the world and to help humankind. So it's like it's fine for them to have these connections. Like for a monk, so like for example, like Guru Patik, he's not able to do that because he's like an actual sage, and they don't have that requirement in their life. So yeah, that's kind
also
of
it's
like
like
a
little not
culture thing.
realistic.
But yeah, so like it's like something that he doesn't fully need to understand, but it's also understandable in Aang's point of view because like
Wait, where did he come from?
The guru, he said
Yeah,
that he had a vision, and then that he
Yeah.
would have to help Aang, and then he went to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
temple,
I remember, wasn't he also
And then
friends with
Appa
and
also
Appa,
in his
yeah,
lost
found
dreams,
him.
he
Yeah,
found him in
Appa
that
found him.
wasn't he
terrible
Really?
temple.
wasn't he
Huh?
also like friends with Monk Gyatso too or something? Like, 'cause
yeah,
he was old.
He was a
yeah,
friend of Monkey, so
yeah.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
we just not saw. We just didn't see him in season 3, right?
Guru
Well,
Patik?
you
I don't
had
remember.
you had that little like how like Aang was like not sleeping and then he had the little vision is like chakras everybody
Oh
likes
yeah.
Ah,
that doesn't really count
that
but
counts.
that's
I
technically when
suppose.
he came
I
back.
mean, the thing is, he's not a fighter, so
No,
the whole point of the
he's just
guru is,
mental.
yeah,
That's what
he
I'm
let
saying,
everything
man.
go. So
Yeah,
You also let everything
so
go. I mean,
then that last episode you get like everything falls to shit and then this is like basically the Empire Strikes Back here like they're trying to like save the day, but Azula's just like way too smart, and she captures Zuko and Iroh. Well, not Iroh. She captures Zuko. Um, she also captures Katara. Zuko and Katara like they go to the cave and he
Zuko
finally
trying
like
to fuck, but
explains
Katara not
to
going.
huh?
Zuko trying to fuck, but Katara not going.
Yeah, it's like they were both like saying like, oh well, both of our mothers were gone because of this war, and like they found it relatable and all that stuff. And then
No.
Katara,
He's trying to relate to them cheeks. Don't know. May wasn't giving them none at the time. He's trying to relate to them cheeks.
I
Katara was
mean, you
mad.
had
Like I think she was mad. Like she was mad. Like impressionable in season 1, and
Yeah,
she was
exactly.
like
And two,
very impressionable.
she was too trusting in every single person.
Like
Like,
you could throw her
yeah,
a sob
and then
story
you
and get
see
her to
that
do
change.
anything,
You
bro.
see that change.
yeah,
Yeah. Then Aang and Iroh, they Toph and Sokka, they all team up to save the day. Uh, so then Aang saves Katara, and then they fight with Azula and Zuko. And then you get that
That was a
moment
good
with the
fight though.
Avatar state, and Aang is like he's getting ready to like he finally was trying to release Katara from his attachments, and then at that moment when he was charging up, Azula strikes him with a lightning bolt, and then you have like the shot of her holding him in her hands, it reminded me of like Under the Red Hood with like Batman carrying Jason Todd. So yeah, and then it was like that was like the good that was the good like what I was saying, the Empire Strikes Back moment in terms of like the heroes lose, and and then the season ends right there, and then basically Katara gives like the healing water from the northern tribe, and
yeah.
she was able to heal Aang
And
from
also
death.
it was extremely significant because it was the reason why during the invasion, other than the fact that they weren't able to like that Azula, they told Azula the
Yeah,
also like the Earth Kingdom was then just destroyed completely after that, so they weren't even able to muster any forces to bring to for the unfortunate
yeah, yeah.
for the invasion later. So
Yeah. So yeah, book 2, Earth. There's just so many great things in the season.
It's substance. I'm trying to tell you, it's substance.
It's substance, I
Season
guess.
2.
All right,
Well,
then
season
what's
2
fire?
really had like a lot of stuff.
Fire is life. The whole purpose
I
of that.
forgot what it was.
The whole fire is the element of life. The whole point of the season is to preserve life.
This man
Preserve life.
Shaq dropping. I've never seen
Yeah, I
Shaq
know.
drop
Yeah,
these dimes
No,
and
in
because they
desire
say
to
it.
consecutive
achieve.
In the
amounts.
Sun Warriors episode, they say it. Think about it. It starts off with Combustion Man trying to kill him. They have to save themselves, and then they go on the little trips to like,
Yeah,
where
what
they
I'm
have to
saying.
save Suki and Hakoda, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
also the Day of Black Sun, I was also there. They stormed in, which are called they had no fire bending. It was actually a trap. So and in order to preserve life, which are called because they knew it was a trap, all the old people had to go to jail, and all the young people were like going to the whatever air temple or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah.
And then we
This
learned
is
about
like yeah, and
and then later on
we're
in the
getting
episode
into it right
we learned about Phoenix Ozai's um fuck, what is it on the beach? On a second beach
Phoenix
episode,
King or Phoenix
they learned
Lord?
about Phoenix
No,
Lord
Phoenix King.
Ozai's plan to like just wipe out the
now.
entire
Yeah,
like everything, and then then Aang is like, oh my god, I can't kill him. He's trying to preserve Ozai's life. That was like the whole purpose like of the season.
yeah. Um,
And then like another thing that like in the Sun Warriors episode, I'm sorry, the Sun Warriors episode where they have to keep they were talking about how it's like a heartbeat and you have to keep the flame from going out. That's basically like an analogy for the whole season.
yeah. Book 3, fire. Is fire. Yeah. So you get the like that also kind of like shook me as well as like when I saw the first episode of season 3 is like Aang has hair. They're all wearing Fire Nation
Aang
clothes
had
and
waves. That shit was Aang has waves.
Aang did that.
yeah.
yeah. He
Aang was
really
drippy in
did.
season. Was that season 2? No, it was 3. I was 3.
That's
Aang was
season 3.
mad drippy first half of season 3. I don't know why he cut it.
Yeah, and then when he wore those Fire Nation clothes with the headband, that was pretty fire. That was good.
Yeah.
Good look.
Yo had the do-rag. Yo had the Dewey on. That's all.
Yo had a Dewey on. Yo said a Dewey.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we also had like there were some small episodes too, like and going to the Fire Nation school, like it was a good way for us to see like the education
the rest
system
of
of
the
how
world.
they teach these students in the Fire Nation.
Yeah,
And then
like
this is like
Ari-
something they need
Ari-
to learn how to
It
change.
reminds me of another place that I know, but I'm not gonna say that word. I mean, it is what it reminds me of another place
No.
that I've been to, but that's
Like it just shows like how planned out this all was, and the fact that they continued to build the world throughout all 3 seasons to completely flesh out the world by the time that you were done watching the series was just it was one of the
Yeah.
best things about the show. Like the world itself felt so like real. Like it
Yeah.
actually felt like there was a whole bunch of different people living in it with a whole bunch of different cultures and and customs. So it was just crazy to see.
I don't know if you think that it showed like us a bunch of like governments like
Yeah,
throughout
exactly.
the seasons,
Yeah.
the tribes, and then we got to
And then we also see like some people in the Fire Nation. There are like good people in the Fire Nation, not like we've seen that before as well. But like this is like
Yeah.
where
It's all, like,
in a
with Roku and
civilization, like with
Yeah.
citizens, like there are good people
Exactly.
within the community.
Are we gonna talk
that,
about we gonna talk about the painted the little eco shit they're trying to do, the painted lady?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the next episode. What do you have to say about
Painted
it?
lady. I can't remember.
The painted lady, yeah.
That was when Katara dresses up as the spirit and she cleanses the water from
Yeah.
the village or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at first
And
she
then, like,
helps
it
them.
gives like the Fire Nation people in that village something to believe in.
Is what is it? My here's my brother Doc. Here's my
Yeah,
brother.
Bro, that dude was. Oh nah.
Yeah.
And then he finally showed that he was switching hats at the end, and then they tried to confront him about it, and he just said, "Oh,
Oh, yeah.
nah."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember that episode.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the next episode, Sokka's master, he learns to. This is like the episode where he gets
Like
broken to the
lo-fi
point.
Sokka.
It's like, oh, all my friends are like, they're all benders. Like I'm useless. I'm a human being who does like nothing to do. And then they're trying to encourage him, saying like, no, you're very valuable.
He
And
got tough with that. I'm telling you, that meteorite sword is probably one of the hardest swords. It was like solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if Sokka was an earthbender, that's what would have been even harder because he could have been using that and then bending. Oh, that.
he would have been fire.
Ah,
Yeah.
that
And then
but
Master
it was still fire.
Master Piondo, his sword master.
Piandao.
Oh my god.
And
God damn it.
Piandao.
Piandao. I'm sorry. Master Piandao, he was also really good as well. He was able to understand that, Sokka's not like he's not traditional, not a traditional fighter, and like he's able to use his creativity in order to fight, and he was able to use that, and then pulling out a full on meteorite to.
That's the thing. Like his swordsman skills are not like they're good, but they're not like because he also taught Zuko, and Zuko was like supposed to be like a prodigy when it came to swords. Like they're not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he knew instantly. He said, "Yeah, your name's Sokka. It's from the Water Tribe. Pick some other name. I forgot what name."
There's a million.
There was that one joke like he was saying like. No, like in the parent-teacher conference, and he said, "Why our name is Fire, Wang Fire, and this is my wife Sapphire." That was funny.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
And then the
Sapphire Fire.
The Fire Nation called Kuzon or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good. What else? Then we talked about the beach a little bit, and like how it goes in talking about Zuko, Mei, Ty Lee, and Azula, and a little bit of their origins. That was good as well. We had that conversation already. Then the next episode was the Avatar and the Fire Lord. This is all about Roku and Fire Lord Sazin.
That's my favorite episode.
Sozin. Oh my god.
My favorite episode of Avatar, really.
Yeah.
The episode is just so good. It was like, and I love because Avatar does a lot like Qatar, like Kareem says, like when one person's talking and then we see it relates to another scene, like with the top metal bending and Vagudu with Aang, like this had that, and it was like for the whole episode, it was just straight hard.
Yeah. Kareem?
Yeah, I mean, I like that episode as well. I mean, not as much as Drew. I wouldn't say it's my favorite episode, but I really liked it, especially how it showed the two sides of conflict between Zuko, and it basically brought Zuko's conflict to full circle showing the contrast
Exactly.
between his mother and his father, and basically where they came from, showing just showing that he had to make this decision for himself. Like even the scar on one side of his face, and then his face was normal on the other side. It was all just symbolism showing the inner turmoil within him. And like I just like how they wrapped it up together. Like it was cool.
And then this is finally the point where Zuko completely changes. Well, we'll see it in the next episode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the point. Like, and then also this is also back from season 1 when Roku told Aang, like, don't blame yourself for this war. It was my fault the war started. And then here we get to kind of see why it was his fault, but it was still understandable at the time as well. But yeah.
How'd y'all feel about the How'd y'all feel about the day of? You think the Day of Black Sun plan could have worked? Because it goes into that. Like, do y'all feel like the Day of Black Sun plan could have worked? Like, if they didn't know, if they didn't know originally.
Yeah, I feel like it could have if they had it. Because remember, they were a monarchy. So if they had taken the Fire Lord when they think they might have been able to get the rest of the Fire Nation to surrender if they had taken the royal family.
Right.
So, I mean, it was essential that Azula was able to figure it out.
It was a really good plan. It was planned out really well. Like Sokka was able to get the mechanical guy to build the submarines for the groups.
Those fighting scenes were hard. Like especially when Katara and Sokka stormed the base or whatever, and she had the water arms and he had the meteorite. So that shit was hard. And Appa with armor has to be one of the greatest things I've seen in my life.
Yeah, that was tough. Appa with armor. And Sokka's the one who made the armor too.
Yeah.
And then, which recall, and then the swamp benders came back too. We didn't talk about them. The swamp benders.
The swamp, yeah. That's one thing like I didn't know is like, did they die? Because they were like throwing bombs into the submarine, and the swamp people were protecting the boats. So I assume that they were gone because like we never see them again. So I don't know if they were like gone.
I mean, I don't think they died. I think they were just in a different prison from the Boiling Rock.
Maybe yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it was just like the way they animated it is like the bombs were falling on top of the ships. They were exploding.
Yeah, they weren't inside the submarines though. It showed them afterward.
They were guarding it though. Oh,
yeah,
really?
I saw, but it showed them afterward, and they were just in the seaweed.
Another thing we skipped because I just remembered because you're talking about the Boiling Rock. A lot of people, I don't know if you guys like this character, but Haru that was in season, I don't think it was season 2, with illegal to be an Earthbender or whatever.
Season 1,
yeah. Back here, and he has like a mustache now.
Yeah,
I don't remember him.
How do y'all feel about that whole episode with them on the ship? And it's talking about how like we have nothing to bend, and it's all like what is cool? Katara had to like, I guess, be like inspirational or some shit.
I mean, it was cool, but I don't know. That was okay to me. It wasn't.
Which part?
It wasn't great, but it wasn't.
This is like when all the Earthbenders were on the metal ship and as prisoners, and Katara had to motivate them to to fight for themselves.
That's solid.
That's solid, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we also at the Day of Black Sun we got to see Hakoda put the hands in. Hakoda was actually tough too. He took out a whole bunch. He only got like shot in the stomach or some shit. But like,
yeah, and then also Sokka was able to like once Hakoda went down, Sokka was able to like take the leadership and try to like continue motivating the group and trying to continue for them to continue the fight. So I thought that was also a great character development moment as well.
Yeah, exactly. And he also brought them into formation and rallied them.
Because Sokka was smart enough to see what Azula was doing to them, like when she was trolling basically the whole time.
Yeah.
And then with the call, then you see, she said, she brings up the Kyoshi words and said, "Our favorite, our favorite prisoner used to talk about you all the time." Or something like that.
The manipulation.
I was like, damn, she's good.
Yeah, exactly.
She's good with words.
Yeah. Will kill somebody. If Sokka killed Azula right there, it would have been hard. I'm not gonna hold you. Sokka will.
He wouldn't have killed Azula. Azula's too conniving to be killed like that.
These guys are all using bending on Azula, and she's able to dodge everything, like everything from Aang, everything from Toph, and then Sokka was trying to give some swings.
I don't think Aang was there.
She was dodging. She was dodging everything.
Aang was there.
Huh?
No,
Aang was there.
Aang was there. No, Aang was.
Aang was there.
Aang was definitely there.
He was there. That was
Yeah.
Okay,
because
I'm
that was supposed to be where Ozai was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then
Zuko
instead of
was
Ozai,
that
that
time,
was
yeah, Zuko.
Azula who's there.
Oh,
And
and
then
that
also
scene
it
was
showed.
Zuko and his father, and Ozai said, "Don't be," and Ozai said, "Don't be a bitch. Wait for me to get my bending back."
Yeah, and he shot lightning at him, and then Zuko just reflected it back at him.
Yeah, and then this is like finally the point where Zuko has changed.
Yeah.
Like he understands his purpose in life is to help the Avatar beat his father, and yeah, and that's, I mean that's pretty much everybody's. At least for
That,
most people, that's where they all turn for Zuko.
I love that scene when he shoots it back, and then afterwards you just see like the shit burning down in the background, and Ozai like angry as shit with his hair out of his butt. That shit made me laugh so hard. Because
Oh really?
because it's like it's something like black parents like this, like he had that look on his face like this little nigga right here, what does this little nigga right here do? Like he was like, Ozai was mad as shit. He was like visibly mad, but he ain't saying nothing. He ain't screaming. He was just looking, and like the fire was burning from where Zuko redirected the lightning.
Wait, Drew, what did you say
Yeah.
that funny moment of Ozai was?
It was when Ozai was talking to Zuko. Zuko's like, who I learned from Iroh. He taught me how to be good. And Ozai's like, well, what did he teach you? Did he teach you about tea and failure? Like that joint had me crying. That joint was. I'm that's Iroh heavy too, but that was funny.
We're gonna talk about Swole Iroh, how he goes from Swole
Bro,
to fat
that
to-
was so wild. Oh my
Yeah.
god! And then he broke out like by himself, like, and you just saw the bars were completely destroyed.
I wish we could have saw that. But that was fire.
Crazy.
Even in the prison, he was like you won't want to be here later.
Yeah, he said don't
Yeah.
come tomorrow. Don't come tomorrow. I'm a
Yo
pull
said
up.
you have off. I'm not your boss, but you have off. That's hard.
Yeah. Another episode we missed was the Puppet Master. But yeah, the blood
I got a
bending
question about that Iroh episode because like when the old Masters episode comes and they retake Ba Sing Se, he's fat again.
He's
Bro, he
not
likes to
fat.
eat, bro. Don't be mad at him. He likes to eat, bro.
Is
he had
he
to get
fat?
swole for
I'm
the
just
moment.
confused because he was swollen.
No,
He
I
was
don't think he's
swollen.
fat. I don't think he's fat.
I think
No,
it's
no,
the clothing.
no,
The clothing made him fat. Made him look fat.
Yeah, it looked fat. I
I
don't
think he
think
just
he's
had
fat
bigger.
anymore.
I think he had bigger clothing because he didn't.
Yeah,
he couldn't
yeah.
change.
Yeah.
He didn't have a place to change them.
Because he
I
let him
guess.
think he was crazy. They thought he was a crazy old man. He said, bro, I be doing pull-ups every day. What you mean?
Yo was OC working out.
Yeah, that the Puppet Master episode, it freaked me out when I was younger. When I remember
very
seeing that when I
eerie.
was younger.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very eerie.
It's
Cause
unnerving.
you
Yeah,
sweet.
like,
Because you sweet.
Okay.
Nah,
Okay.
it was
Okay.
it was a
It's
creepy
definitely-
episode, bro. It was
Cause y'all
definitely
all
It's
sweet.
creepy.
it's definitely the darkest episode in the show.
for sure.
Because y'all all sweet. Again, Hama wasn't with the shits. Hama wasn't with the shits. That's what I fucks with it.
She was taking random citizens from a random city. She's not like she was taking
like-
soldiers. She was taking
I'm
random
saying, yo, like
citizens
unjust
from
people.
random
That's what it
cities.
She was
He likes
taking
unjust
innocent
people.
people.
Yeah.
Fire Nation. Who that
He likes
reminds
unjust
you
people
of?
that get
Jet?
folded by Qatar.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking about?
He's saying that because of Jet.
That's what I'm saying. He likes
We
unjust
kill
people that
everybody
get
for
folded by
Nation.
Qatar.
Okay. Yeah.
To be
So
fair, she was a waterbending master at that point.
But you know what's
Yeah.
crazy?
She had
Ozai
northern south and
and
southern south.
but you know what's crazy? Ozai and Iroh were never in the same, like, they never talked to each other or even were in the same area. And during
well,
the
yeah,
entire
not in the
series.
show, but yeah, I know what you mean.
That's wild.
not true. We never saw them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I mean, they were in the same
Yeah. Then
Oh.
we get the moments of Zuko trying to join up with the team. He's terrible at like talking.
Yeah.
That was nice. And then like only
Zuko-
Toph can like trust him because she doesn't really know him, and also like she can feel the vibrations in the ground, and she knows that
Yeah.
he's telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, when Jet came back, or were you talking about something else?
No. When Zuko,
Oh,
when
when
Zuko was
like,
trying to meet up with the
I
Avatar
brought back-
gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zuko here. That shit was so funny.
It went about how good is it shit.
Hello,
You know?
Zuko here.
Mhm.
It's like,
Then he tried
yeah.
to
No.
wait. The guitar hit him with water.
I'm not gonna
And-
hold you. Like the Sun Warriors episode was pretty bad. Like the best
Nah, you're
episodes
right.
in that arc were definitely the Boiling Rock and
The what episode?
The
and,
Boiling
whole-
Rock.
the redemption arc. The redemption arc.
No, it was not bad, bro. What are you talking about?
No, the Boiling
Boiling
Rock
Rock
was a
was
tough ass
alright.
episode. Don't do that.
It
shit.
is a
Boiling
tough.
Rock.
It's a tough episode, but like Sozin's Comet has so much fire in it.
No,
That don't count. That don't count.
The
That
Soul
obviously
It doesn't count?
In my
Sozin's comedy
opinion.
arc is its own thing.
All right,
I
wait,
said-
wait,
Technically,
wait.
the Boiling Rock is 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's 2
I
episodes,
know,
and
no, but
the play was also a really good episode, bro.
The play was fun.
Yeah, it was.
The play was
a little
a really good
humorous before we
episode.
get back into action.
Yeah,
Little filler arc,
exactly.
Yeah.
that made sense. You know, it was a little slight. It said, did Jet die? So
The
I'm like,
redemp-
I don't know. It was unclear. That's fun.
It was unclear, and then
'Cause
it's like
it showed
it's like,
a
I
great
think
amount of self awareness.
and then they
And
even said that
Sokka
I
split his
think
actor
Combustion
sub
Man
off.
died
Yeah.
when
And then Sokka
like yeah.
and then Sokka slid his actor some funny card notes.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, "Try this."
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. Yeah, so
So what I said was I was talking about the redemption arc, which is called, it consists of like I think it's like 6 episodes where it's the Combustion Man episode, then it's the Sun Warriors,
Yeah.
then it's the Boiling Rock, then it's the Southern Raiders, then it's the Ember Island Players. Because Sozin's
Yeah,
con is at the end in 4
Mhm.
episodes.
You're right,
That's
you're
what I'm
right.
saying.
I mean, like that whole thing with Zuko was like the he's trying to ease his way to like with the group, and you have like everybody. There's like the joke, the life changing moment with Zuko. You had Aang learning firebending from the dragon, the dragons,
Sokka going to find
the-
their dad.
Sokka finding his father. Yeah,
And Suki.
and you see how smart, like you really see how smart Sokka is, like trying to get like he's able to like convince like the actual like cooling machine and like trying to like unscrew them
Yeah.
and use it as a boat.
And,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
then,
Sokka's
a big-
genius.
we
big
also
smart.
got one of the best jokes of the series. That's rough, buddy.
that's rough. Buddy.
My girlfriend turned into
My girlfriend turned to the moon. That's rough, buddy.
That's tough.
Yeah,
That's also
I want to see
that
more
episode-
Zuko and
the
Sokka.
Boiling
That's a good
Rock
combination.
Yeah,
that was a
exactly.
good combo.
It really
The
was.
Boiling Rock is also important because it shows that's when Azuka was turning into craziness. Because at the end of the episode, when Tylee and May,
Yeah. That's when
Oh,
Azula
when
lost her.
when
Cool.
May decided
she lost her
to
shit. She's like,
rebel
"You should
against
fear
her.
me more."
Yeah,
She got
then
really-
Yeah, that was a hard moment by me. I gotta give it.
yeah.
That's the descent.
I love
because
Zuko more than I
Hey, yo, but like one thing about Tylee we didn't really talk about is like she's able to like stop these like powerful benders from bending if she can like touch the right pressure points. We talked about Azula's
I think you think it's more
descent
impressive
at that
'cause-
point.
Yeah, it's more impressive because like when Neji does, all right, this is just gripes. But when Neji does it, niggas they can't use ninjutsu, but they can still fight. And like, but like in the Avatar universe, there's a lot of niggas that don't actually have hands, and they like focus so much on the bending shit.
That's even cooler though.
No, she also
It makes you think
disables.
about it.
She also disables your limbs. She also disables your limbs too.
Yeah,
Like she makes you completely
That's why,
fall
like,
to the ground.
but if they were
Like
to
Azula, it's like Azula cannot do anything, and she's like
Yeah,
a powerful
exactly.
firebender.
And she's a great acrobatic person as well because you saw how she was evading Aang and
Like
Toph.
that's how impressive she is. Like
Yeah.
the Ember Island players, the good way to recap the whole series and make fun of the show as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool.
The play episode, right?
Yeah, the play episode.
And Toph
Yeah.
said, "It's not. I know you felt something with the Daredevil shit. It was like I made a sonic roar from my mouth. I got a pretty good look at you."
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, I mean, because like originally Toph was supposed to be a big muscular man, like originally, but then they made her like a tiny like girl. But like, yeah, it was. They were kind of like, yeah.
Like she's like she's arguably the manliest character in the show.
In the
but
show.
she's a white girl. So
She's a 10-year-old girl.
She was 12. She was the same age.
Yeah, she was 12. I like. It was also funny, like seeing Sokka like teaching his actor like how to tell better jokes, and that was pretty funny. And then you see like Zuko and his like how bad he felt about like everything that they kept representing Iroh and like everything like that. Yeah, it's like I felt bad for Iroh and Zuko.
Are you gonna choose the Fire Nation or treachery? Choose treachery. It's more. That
was
It's like and then the one kid is like, hey, I like your Zuko costume, but your scar's on the wrong side.
On the wrong side, yeah.
Learn the lore.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then how'd y'all feel about the honor?
No, the play's legitimately funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, and then Yeah, we're pretty much at the final 4 episodes. Sozen Comet. Yeah, let's tackle that one.
Can we at least
Frozen
argue?
Comet
I
low-key
feel
like
like
a whole
I feel
season,
like
bro.
the Agni Kai fight is better than the Fire Lord and the Avatar Aang fight.
I can see that. I can see
I
that.
could see that because it was like, yeah. But at the same time, they both were kind of like not interrupted, but it was like, dang. Because
Yeah.
I feel like the
Yeah.
Agni Kai episode is like 100, and like the Sozen's Comet is like 97. Like,
I mean,
and
I
it's
respect that.
only because at the end of the Sozen Comet, Aang does that bullshit with the Lion Turtle energy bending. That's only it.
I mean, it makes sense that he
But
would
it
use
still
it
makes
if
I
he
know
already
it made
knew
sense,
it.
but
Like,
I
what?
know it made sense, but it's so convenient that he learned that right before he had
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we
I mean,
talked about that earlier.
yeah.
But we're gonna talk about.
But even without that, the Avatar state he
I-
was wrecking Roku.
No, he was throwing hands.
Not Roku.
No,
he made
Aang
them
Avatar
rock-
State was
Ozai.
she. The first
He was
scene,
making
Ozai
he was
come, he
making
said,
rock
boom,
bullets
boom,
and shit.
bing. I said, oh, hell no. And he did a little Avatar
Yeah.
circle with all the bending. I was like, oh my god, this is hard.
Yeah, and then
I never even thought of that.
and you also had like
It was also
Toph.
conveniently that a rock was poking out that automatically enacted the Avatar. Like when
It
I know
went
it's
right
like-
into his scar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like right in the spot where he got shot in the that was very convenient. Like
I mean, the
I don't
scar
think
was
that- I
pretty.
don't think
The
that
scar
part
was,
really mattered.
yeah.
don't
The
think that
scar
really
was pretty big. Like he was
It's a
getting
pretty big scar,
folded.
but that's convenient. He wasn't- you know what I
Okay,
learned?
okay.
If you go back and watch the series, right? Every time Aang uses earthbending, he almost always gets folded, and it's very
Yeah.
weird. That's just funny.
well, I mean, he's
Even
not
when he
good.
mastered
He's
it.
not good with it.
Yeah,
I know,
that's his
he's
worst
not-
element.
Yeah, that's what he was
Cool, though.
saying as well.
It's a little nitpick. He said he was getting folded though.
Yeah. Then we also had like the guys also like split up with themselves. Toph, Sokka, and Suki were trying to take control of the airships, and
I fuck with I fuck with the episode so much. It wasn't better than Agni Kai, but when Sokka really held it down. Once Suki said finish the mission, and then Sokka held it down. He took out them two
Yeah.
Far East guards.
he didn't lose his
Yeah.
cool. He didn't lose his cool.
Didn't he hurt his leg? He broke his leg, right?
He broke it. He basically broke his leg because he was on crutches afterwards. And which
Yeah.
Sokka
And then
Sokka
when
really
the
Sokka's a
debris
G,
was
yo.
falling,
He's a G.
Yeah.
he protected Toph because Toph couldn't see where the debris was falling, so he protected Toph.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I like that thing when that funny moment when like Toph like after she beats like the guards and then she's like, and then Sokka's like, all right, fly the ship now. It's like, yeah, let a blind girl fly the ship. Talking to
No,
Suki.
I like
Yeah,
this
that
part-
makes sense.
I like the part before that, the knock sequence where she knocks, she's like ding 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 ding, and then she like falls into
Yeah,
the metal,
and then-
she's
yeah.
Yeah.
with that was so hard, bro.
Yeah, and then
I forgot. Yeah,
he lost his sword too.
And then
he
they-
lose his sword.
Apparently, they find it back
There-
later in the
there was even
other
comedy.
episode show.
There was even comedy in the episode when they first board the ship. And he's all like, we have to celebrate somebody's birthday. And he's all like, and he's like,
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Oh,
like
yeah,
one thing
yeah.
I can praise with the show is like it can take jokes, but it can also take itself seriously, and they know how to balance it really well. Like that's just what good
Exactly.
writing is.
Yeah.
Like you can like even though the show is like this is like the darkest it's been in the entirety. Like there has
It's
been
still
dark
fun, though.
episodes, but
Yeah.
they still tell jokes and still stay in
Exactly.
character.
Exactly.
And
It's
like the
consistent.
It gives me a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. That's what I like about it. Like Guardians got
Yeah.
Volume 1.
I can say that. I
They
can
weak
say that.
though. They weak though, but the Avatar team's not weak. But I
It's
can see
better
what you're talking
than Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
Yeah.
I
I can
It's
see what you're talking
a-
about. I can see what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I mean, I catch the vibe, but the thing is, it's really to me is like, it's the way they're able to set up the fact that there's a war, but people's lives still go on. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's like, yeah. So
Like,
that's how they're
Cabbage
able
Man
to
still
set
gotta
up
fill the
jokes
cabbages.
within that. So it's just like,
Like,
yeah,
Cabbage Man
exactly.
still
Like the
gotta fill the
cabbage
cabbages.
dude.
He's
Yeah,
trying to get the bread.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the old master shit. That shit was hard, bro.
The White Lotus.
Old masters when they retook Bossing State, it was like the first
Yeah,
episode before the-
bro, all
Yeah, the
by
White Lotus,
themselves.
the White
That
Lotus.
was crazy.
It consisted of King Bumi, Master Paku,
Paku,
Jong, Master
and
Piondo,
Iroh.
and Iroh.
When we
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
everyone, I said,
The
oh
order
yeah,
of the
everybody's
White
here.
Lotus is here. That King
Shout outs
Bumi
to
was
Jong. We didn't talk about him earlier, but yeah, he was cool too.
the
But yeah.
flying-
And notice how two of the White Lotus members, which is Boomy and and what's it? And Iroh, they both waited for the eclipse to then strike and get out of like Iroh got out of jail and Bumi retook
Took his
Yeah.
whole
his
city
city.
back.
I
Yeah,
mean, because like Pyeongdo was like a because he wasn't a what was it? He
yeah.
wasn't like a
He,
bender.
he wasn't
So
a
yeah,
bender. Yeah,
But he still had a
but
heater though.
he put in his
yeah. He
work.
did. He did.
No, him and
Yeah.
Paku, that was probably that was tough as shit when Paku like brought the water up, froze it, and then Pyeongdo slid through it and cut all the swords and weapons in half.
That's what I'm saying. And then it was like symbolic when Iroh, I think he burned the Fire Nation emblem that was on the seal on the Earth. It's not Earth Nation on on the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the Earth Kingdom. Yeah, insignia. Yeah. It was like it was very like symbolic of like how he had also come full circle as a person.
Yeah.
Like he went from retaking Bossing, trying to take it for the Fire Nation to retaking it for the Earth Kingdom. It's just like crazy.
And in that first scene, I knew shit was ready to get fucked up when Iroh was breathing, and then you could see the fire rise and go down, and rise and go down. That shit was hard.
Oh yeah. Also, wasn't
Yeah.
John part of the White Lotus team?
Yeah.
He was
That's what I was.
tough.
That's what I'm
Yo.
saying. Even the White Lotus, you got hands.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
No, that was tough.
They
at the
have a
moment, then I'm
squad.
thinking
They have a
back at it,
squad.
Like Azula can do that, and so can Ozai. So it's like
Wait, which one? The breathing thing?
no, the jets. He was basically flying. He had jets.
Yeah, I feel like you can only do it. Well, Azula only used it for like propulsion, but to fly, I think you can only do it under the Sozin's
Ozai
comment.
was flying in that last one. Ozai was.
I was saying in the Ozai I said Ozai Sozin's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably why. Yeah.
My favorite part of the Agni Kai was like I think Azula and Zuko had fought like let's say I think it's like 4 times, right? The first time, Azula put the hands on Zuko, she didn't use fire, and the last time it was like the roles were reversed, and we had seen throughout the fights, Zuko was slowly catching up to her, and although like he probably I don't think he would have beaten Azula, no craziness, like it was still like a good it was good character development for the fight.
And like and then even before that episode, like Azula, you finally see her mental breakdown, and we kind of mentioned it before, like after like what happened with Man Ty Lee, she completely mistrusts everybody, and like her father like is saying like, I don't want you to be with me, I want you to stay here in the Fire Nation.
And
And then like
you can't treat me like
she did not like that. And then,
Yeah.
I said,
They're
you went off the deep end.
and then then she like loses faith in her servants, her handmaidens, her and then also, and then it's like she gets a vision of her mother in the mirror.
Yeah. Yo, so you trying to kill me with the cherry pit? That was funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cherry pits. Yeah.
You're all banned.
That was like damn.
Like, you can't even die off that.
And then Qatar.
You tried to assassinate me.
I feel like that was when Qatar truly became a waterbending master, when she was able to hold off, even though Zulu was
She's
crazy.
been a master for a while, but yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she
but,
has
that was
been already.
her defining moment, like skill wise, when she froze Azula in that shit.
Yeah, but that was tight.
Yeah.
She said,
But she was able to move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was fire.
But I feel like I didn't like the guitar. Like I knew why guitar came, but it was like, bro, like I understand the point of her. I guess I knew why like guitar didn't step in, but it's like damn, because like if she didn't step in, Zuko would have got the kill. It's like damn.
Yeah, and then that was like her way. Like Azula was like her cheap shot basically was to attack Qatar with the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like even like we were talking about this earlier, but like the coloring, the shots, and like the cinematography of it, like you see like the blue and the orange,
and
like
the red
it's like
contrast.
Yeah.
the contrast is all there.
tough.
It
has to
looked
have the best
amazing.
on one episode.
It's like hard to believe that this show came out from 2005 to 2008, and it still looks amazing, like after all this time. And yeah, I mean it's just really good.
And then
yeah.
I make this connection on our pod, but how like Blue throughout the entire series needs to be like you have the water tribe, you have Aang when he goes into the Avatar state, and you just have it in general. But in this one fight, you don't want the blue, like technically the blues, and then even
to
in
win, yeah.
the energy bending scene when Aang's like the good side, like the Rava side is blue, and then Ozai is red. You don't want, but like in this one scene, you want Zuko's red fire. You want the
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
switching this up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shaq's dropping some dimes right now.
Shaq is
It's
dropping
crazy.
this episode. You might think Shaq a genius in this episode. No cap. And like when we peaked, because before that we didn't know if like we didn't know that Aang had if Aang was a fully realized avatar. And when
Yeah.
after he beat Sozin, he like went out of safe for like a quick second, and then Ozai, not Sozin. When he went out, after safe for a quick second, and then he like put out all the fire with water. I was like, all right, you fully realized avatar now. You far away.
Yeah. And that shot was also really cool too. Like him flying in the air, and then you see all the elements are like spiraling.
Yeah,
him.
around him.
That
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
That was
the avatar
really cool.
circle.
That was
Yeah.
And
That
then when
was tough.
Ozai lost his bending, and they get to hit him with jokes. They said, "You're the I forgot what jokes they were saying. They called him the loser lord.
Loser.
And then Suki tried.
And then Suga's like, "You're the
Out of
king
curiosity,
of
did you guys?
who's not very
Yeah.
good at winning."
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, did you catch the? Did you guys talk about the Azula crying scene?
Oh, and she broke down crying.
Oh, Azula crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
she's
like
breathing
the
out
ending.
fire.
I was just like,
Like that.
crazy.
The
Get
ending.
outta here.
Yeah. You finally see the
Yeah.
point where she's broken. Like this perfectionist, egotistical, maniacal bitch
Soham, calm down. Calm down,
becomes broke. I mean, it's just great writing. It's just great writing. That's all it is.
Wait, no. This nigga's
Amazing.
spitting. This
It's
nigga's
amazing.
spitting.
It's amazing writing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that all right. Now, how'd you feel with the ending after the fight?
When they all met together,
it was cool. I mean, I liked it. It was a good ending for not having a fourth season. But
I said like again, it's my only gripe with the story is like the energy bending shit. But like even at the end, that was like I liked how it like resolved like the relationship at the end, like when they all take that picture and it's like they've come so far.
and then Sokka draws everyone. He said,
Yeah,
"Is
I
that
think,
me?"
And Top's like,
That's Suki.
and Top's like, I think you all look great. Yeah.
He said, "Why'd you give?"
And then she can't even see. That's actually hilarious.
No, Top is really Top's an underrated
Top
funny
is-
person in Avatar.
Yeah.
And then
It's like, it's like
I
when
loved it when
Zuko was-
the May and Zuko thing and May even has a little joke or not a joke. I thought it was funny as fuck. But she's like, if you do that to me again, I'm killing you, basically.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. And Zuko's face when she said it, he's like, Zuko said, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
All right. I'm about that.
And then at the
Yeah.
end of the series, when Katara,
it's good that Aang got with Katara. I mean, a lot of people. There's a fan base that want Zuko and Katara.
Yeah,
Makes no
Zutara.
sense.
They call it Zutara.
Makes no
That
sense.
sound like you know a lot
Yeah,
about
that
this.
don't really make sense. But
It's like saying Kylo Ren with Rey, but
I mean,
yeah,
that
it's
did
pretty-
happen. She did kiss the shit out that nigga.
He
Yeah,
said he
we're not
kissed that.
I mean, but
I
that
never
would-
heard someone say those words.
exactly.
We're gonna save that for another video.
There's a reason why those movies were not good. Okay.
Hey, the person that-
Let's be
I'll
honest.
save that for another video. But yeah. So that's pretty much all the shows. Oh, shout out to Mark Hamill voicing Ozai. That was fire.
Yeah,
as
Mark
well.
Hamill a goat. Mark Hamill's a voicing
Mark Hamill's a goat. Luke
So is Dante
Skywalker.
Basco. Dante
The Joker.
Shout out to Dante Bosco as well. Another goat.
Dante Bosco,
Yeah.
Bosco as well. All right, so why don't we do this? A couple questions. Who's your favorite character in Avatar?
All right, you already know what it is.
Y'all watch this episode. Y'all should know who his favorite character is. Yeah, we
Young
know who
Jet.
it is.
You feel me? And then I actually like characters that get shit.
No,
I guess it's,
no, my favorite
but like
character. All right.
so yeah, Jet.
Jet.
Okay. My favorite character, you already know. I already said this. It's Sokka. It's Sokka because I just love them jokes. It's just funny. Sokka brought life into the show. Like if you know what I
Definitely a
mean.
most improved player. Yeah. What about you, Drew?
Yeah.
I mean, I wanna take on Kareem's answer, but like Sokka the man.
Sokka's
cool.
the man.
I mean, If
I mean,
if I
the thing
can't
is,
pick
like, I
Sokka,
like so many of these characters. It's like it's kind
yeah.
of hard to nail.
I low key try
I
to
thought
avoid
it
picking
was
Exactly.
Zuko
tough
and
for you
Iroh
though.
because they're
I
such
thought
like
it was
easy.
tough for you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Like,
Zuko.
I mean, my clear favorites are Iroh and Zuko, but that's like everybody's
Yeah, I
favorites.
was gonna say they're everyone's.
Yeah,
I can't pick
exactly.
them. I don't pick them
So
because
that's
they're
why I'm
everyone's
trying to
favorite.
go off of that. And Toph,
Exactly.
Toph is like hilarious to me. It's like the blind jokes is just really funny.
It's
It's
funny.
like there's like one is like Sokka was making a wanted poster of Appa, and she's
Oh
like,
yeah.
"That looks perfect." It's like, "Oh, thank you. I took so much. Why do you do this to me?"
Hey.
Or like it's like when they were looking for the library, and she's like, "There it is," and
Yeah, she was like, "That's how it
That's
is
what
when
sounds like
you
when
guys
y'all
are gonna
find
that's
see
what
it.
it
it."
sounds like when you find it, and then she does the John
The little
Cena.
blind.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Top really a real one.
Toph is really funny.
Jadero won too, but we can talk about that later.
no, he really not.
Who? Oh,
All right,
no, hell no.
what about some other jokes? Other jokes with it.
We're
Shout out
not
to
talking about the
Kevin,
Kyoshi, the marble trick.
the marble trick.
Huh.
Oh yeah, from season 1. All right. Shout out to
What's
Kevin.
going
Shout out
That's
to
a-
Foamy Mouth Guy.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
juice spirit ammo right there.
foaming mouth guy.
No,
That's juice.
he said,
That's juice
That's
spirit.
no,
juice spirit.
hell no. That's someone else's spirit animal, but he not on the episode right now, so I can't even say it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Kareem, he talk about you. Sorry.
He really not talking about me. He's
I'm
not
not talking
on
about him.
I know.
But it's not
No,
important.
he's talking about the Bunny Solani art.
All right.
I'm crying, bro.
Yeah. Other funny moments.
I found something that you're not gonna like.
Well, it sounds like a sheet of paper, but I guess you're referring to what's on the sheet of paper.
There's
funny.
just
Iroh's underratedly funny.
yeah. There's like so many funny moments. Like if we want to recount all of them, it's gonna take a long time.
A part that we didn't talk about was when Sokka got drunk. That whole episode, not
That was hilarious.
When he drank the little cactus juice. Sokka said, "It don't quench you." Nah, that whole episode was funny as hell.
Maybe it's friendly.
Yo, and then like they try to slide it in there, but Toph was like, "Can I have some too?" Like she actually wanted some, even though she knew he was going crazy. She was like, "Bro,
Why is Toph on fire?"
I'm sorry.
And the last good episode was another good episode was when they were all sleepy as hell and like Aang had like insomnia and like Appa and Momo started boxing.
That episode was hilarious.
We're not gonna talk about how Appa had 3 store style. That was hard.
Appa really taught Zoro how to do it, but
what about you, Shaq? Anything else funny off the top?
I mean, I'm a weird ass nigga. I thought it was funny when that bitch ass nigga kid at the school got his ass beat by Aang booty bumped him at the end and the nigga fell on his ass and acted like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
School
and like
the Fire Nation school.
Like fight him, but like
you'll say you gonna teach her something.
Everything.
You'll say you gonna teach her something. Yeah, I was so ready to be like, yeah, to suck this dick. I was like.
What?
He said you're gonna teach her. He said you're gonna teach her something. Calling these skunks. And he's like, yeah. Like they couldn't have me write that plot. Like niggas have been wild in there. I'm not gonna hold you.
All right. What element would you bend?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good
what element would you bend? That's good. I'm a go.
Are we talking like master? Like, are we talking like the peak of the vending? Because
are we basing on attitude?
And are we doing?
No, not Avatar, of course. But I'm talking about like if you're an Earthbender, can you be like a Toph? Or like if you're a Waterbender, could you be like a Katara? Like that's what I'm saying.
And can we, are we talking like because in Korra, waterbending is like single element waterbending might be the strongest. Are we talking that level?
We're not counting that.
I mean, let's be honest. Korra got folded. Like she was a natural waterbender, and she got folded all the time.
But the single waterbenders in that show that could she couldn't bloodbend. The single like Unalaq and Non.
Yeah, because she was trash.
Like no,
don't get me started on that show. She was garbage, bro. Korra was actually terrible.
I'm not saying Korra. Unalaq was tough though. I'm not gonna.
We're not counting that.
All right. This is just for fun though. Like just like a personal preference. Like what element would you want to be a master?
Water.
I was gonna say before you answer that, we have to count your personality because Like that, I feel like that
No,
affects
that
your bending.
don't mean shit because I'm not a waterbender by
I don't-
personality. I would definitely want to
suppose.
bloodbend to get my shit. I'm not gonna tell you. Like if I watch.
No, you can't though. Are you talking about like
Okay,
only
so
and only during the full moon?
No. That's what I'm saying. In core, they could do it without the full moon.
No. We're not talking about that. Core is not. No, core doesn't exist. I don't care. We're not talking about during core because it broke the power scaling. It broke the power scaling. Like, of course, waterbending is gonna be the best.
Firebender's box on command. I think fire is the coolest element in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
And,
also like from the chi, so it's like it's all internal as well.
exactly.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say, Kareem?
I mean, to me, if we're going based on like just the avatar, we're not talking about Korra because
No.
Korra,
This is just for you. Like, what do you think would be like a cool element to
for me,
bend?
it would either be air or earth. It'd be one of the two. Cause I like air just because you could glide like that. That would be really fun.
Yeah,
I mean, fire you can fly with propulsion, but I feel you.
I mean, oh yeah, that's true. Oh, hold on. It'd be it would be fire or earth.
Fire or earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. If I can metal bend, it would be earth because like
metal
that's
bending is hard. I mean, fire can burn metal though.
Yeah,
barely, not really.
Yeah, I'd go earth
earth
or air.
I mean, as we see in the series, when Toph took the probably the strongest firebenders, the Sozin comments when she had the metal armor. So I don't think so.
Yeah, they can't.
I mean,
it's not hot enough to. It's not hot enough to burn. Why do you think they need coal?
What firebender?
Why do you think they need coal to make the metal, bro?
What firebender
also
did she
to
take
like
out?
prison them, they have to freeze them.
I'm saying during the Sozin's comment, she took their Sozin's comment firebending. They might not be strong, but during the
it's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not okay. I feel you. It's not a master, but I feel you.
I mean, yeah, they're not masters.
That's like the goat. That's the goat.
But no. But we've never seen somebody burn metal before. Even Azula, her flames were blue, and they still weren't hot enough to destroy the metal.
No one burnt metal in Avatar?
No.
With fire?
Yeah, I don't think so.
They use metal a lot.
Firebenders can just electrocute.
Yes, they were always in metal. The Fire Nation made their stuff out of metal because no one could bend it.
And a
No one
massive
could destroy
firebender has lightning bending. Give me that.
So you use
be in that metal. Be in that metal suit.
That's what I'm saying. Metal bending.
The lightning.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. You finna catch a shot. That's the right.
But I mean, all you gotta do is
that was another question. That was another question I had though. That was another question I had. Like, so firebending, you can do lightning bending. Earth bending, you can do metal bending. Water bending, you can do blood bending. But for air, can you do anything else? I mean, Aang invented the spinning ball, but that's I don't know if
that's whack.
It's very whack. But air is very, very, very thing. Because remember it. Because you can really
these
use
guys
it.
can
It's just that
use the glider to like
yeah,
fly
and it's just that Aang isn't like ruthless, but he could suffocate somebody easily just by taking the air out of it.
And also airbenders, I don't know. Another thing, airbenders have super speed damn near because airbenders have super speed.
He does have super speed, yeah.
Yes, super speed.
That can be valuable.
Yeah.
Okay,
but air is very like.
I mean, you ain't faster than his lightning though. You gonna get this lightning chop, but I feel you.
I mean, and you could create tornadoes too with air. Like air is still very, very tough.
Air is tough.
The last important question:
What the
Would you try cactus juice?
Of course. Bro, what do you mean? I want to see what Sokka was saying.
Sokka was vibe. He was big vibe.
That was hilarious.
All right. Anything else about Avatar?
Well, hello. Zuko, yes. Why would I be expecting anyone different?
We had a full discussion about Avatar, and I feel like there is still more to talk about. But we did cover a lot of ground.
I didn't get no jet slander off for real. I don't feel right with that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Anything else? Just last thing about the show.
Last thoughts.
Here I'll start off. So like Avatar: The Last Airbender is like one of those shows is like what you value a lot in like storytelling and just like anything in general. It's like you look for like three main things. It's like great characters, great writing, and great world building. And this show is like a really good example of doing that. And yeah, I could see myself watching the show many times in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys?
I'll go next. Basically,
Alright.
like, Avatar, Avatar go hard and Jeff folds. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just gonna say Avatar he's the best cartoon of all time in my
It
opinion.
for sure.
It's undebatable,
Like
honestly.
it's not yeah, exactly, it's not even debatable. And I just like I just wish there was a fourth season, but it is what it
You got
is.
wish there the fourth season.
I hope for the best for the live action
Low
show.
key, what
Yeah.
if this if like
I hope for the
it's
best.
it's number one on Netflix. What if it gets like a lot of attention, like maybe.
I mean, maybe, but
Let
the
me
thing
not have
is,
hope. Let me not have hope.
if they don't get the writers back, like the original writers, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
the
no,
OG writers, then it'll end up like Korra. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I guess
Like
And
Korra
also
was a
like the
mess,
good thing
bro.
about it now is like you can see like the problems people have with Korra, and then they can learn from those. Like they kind of have like a cheat sheet for season 4,
Yeah,
so they
that's
can
true.
they can learn from those mistakes, and then they can fix that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Avatar comes next. I hope the best for the Netflix show that will come out. I don't know
it's
if it'll
gonna
be
flop.
as good, but like I hope for the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, is there anything you would like to plug, Drew?
I mean, check out the channel, see analysis. We talk about basketball in there. Yeah, I mean, you know what it is. It's the vibe.
Yeah, Kareem.
Yeah. I mean, right for now, just check out the YB podcast that we all do, and they come out,
Right.
Yeah, check that out as
every
well.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you like movies, TV shows, comics, and video games, support the channel by clicking the like button, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. Also, share the video and check out the YB podcast, where we talk basketball, movies, TV shows, and anything that comes to mind. Links in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.